إلى مرحلة ما قبل الإسلام. كيف بدأت علاقتك بأغنية الراب الأمريكية، وكيف كانت تسير حياتك مع الراب وفي ذلك الجو؟
So before I found Islam, before I became Muslim, I was a famous rapper, and I lived a very crazy lifestyle, with a lot of bad things and unhealthy life. And I enjoyed it. I did. I didn't see a problem with it, but the more that I found out about Islam before I actually became a Muslim, the more I wanted to get out of that lifestyle. I found that that lifestyle was not sustainable for me. And so the more I found out about Islam, the more I pulled away from the lifestyle I was living, even though that lifestyle was very successful for me.
مهم.
So, as a pretty famous rapper, I toured a lot, and got paid for my shows. So, all the money that was incoming to me, I didn't use it to make myself like a brand, or I didn't like go to use studio time or make merch. I used it on alcohol. So, every time I would go do a show, I show up and I make them have alcohol ready for me and drinking. And, I was drunk at all my shows. So I was not able to perform in a professional way. I had to have my audience help me to remember my lyrics because I would forget, and I would live this lifestyle where I would sleep all day and wake up, drink, go do a show every night. Every night I was doing a show with, big audiences, and it showed them that that's where the entertainment was. It was not about my rapping or my ability, my talent. It was they came to see me entertain them because I would show up to shows drunk like this. And I held a job, but at the same time, like the only time I wasn't drinking when I was at work. So I didn't really have a life. Just drinking and doing shows and sleeping. My life was nothing.
كيف استطعت أن تتخلي عن كل ذلك الإدمان إن صح القول؟
So alcohol, I never did drugs, alhamdulillah, but I drank alcohol a lot. And alcohol is an addiction. And people in America go to rehab for this problem, for this addiction, because people cannot stop on their own. It's hard for people to pull away from on their own. But really, all I can attribute it to is guidance from Allah, Hadayah, even before I was Muslim, because there's no other way I could have pulled myself out of that. But I woke up one day and I just threw all the alcohol in my kitchen. I threw it in the trash. I poured it out and threw it away. And honestly, I had tried to stop drinking before this time, and I was not able to because, again, addiction is very hard to escape from. You need to go to rehab. You need psychologists. You need medical doctors to get you away from this. You need time, years and years. But, subhanAllah, I attribute it to Allah because that's the only way that I could have escaped from that.
هل تشعرين بالسعادة الآن؟ هل أنت سعيدة في الإسلام؟
I'm so happy. I um I wasn't a role model before, and now that I feel like I'm a good role model and trying to be a better one, this is my life's purpose, like to just give a good image, and it makes me happy. It gives me a reason to wake up, and it gives me when things are very bad for me, at the end of the day, I can think to myself and know, hey, like I'm doing my best. And having that to fall back on and that thought keeps me happy, even in really bad situations.